Yesterday, Timon clocked the favourite stalemate, attacking to the awesome La Plagne. Stage 2 taken to add to a Rensman's list. Rolling roads, a very warm welcome to stage 20. Mathieu van der Poel wins stage 2. Pogacar is just powering away. Ben Healy is going to be the yellow jersey of the Tour de France. Tadej triumphs on Autocam. Tadej Pogacar wins another stage. Remco Evenepoel is out of the Tour de France. It's a French victory at the top of the Mont Ventoux for Valentin Paripont. Milan starts to kick. Arnaud Delis hits his wheel, but it's Jonathan Milan who wins the stage. Brilliant Ben O'Connor wins his second stage in the Tour de France. Pogacar is the boss of the 25 Tour de France. Timon Arensman to try and win this stage. Vingegaard's going to go and try and beat him. Arensman makes it to the top of La Plagne. How did he do that? Let's take a look at what is on the menu for the riders today. We go from Nantua to Pontarlier. It's a stage of 184.2 kilometres. Along the way for the riders, 4 categorised climbs, and then an interesting run to the line. The sprint is a long way through the stage. We know that Bert van Leeuwenberger is there, and this race is underway.
Casper Asgreen.
Big move by Casper Asgreen. On to the first climb of the day. And Casper Asgreen on the Col de la Croix de la Serra, 12.1 kilometres, 4.1%. And he's now on to that particular climb. Third category climb today. 2 points on offer at the top. Big attack into Marche. Big move. Ivan Romeo trying to get there. 2 points at the top. We're almost at the top of this King of the Mountains. Ivan Romeo trying to get on the wheel. Big acceleration now. And trying to come across Soudal Quick-Step. 159.3 kilometres of racing to go. Over the top of the climb of the first of today's little challenges, the Croix de la Serra. We'll see who's in this group. There's Pogacar, Lipovitz and Vingegaard basically riding next to each other with Johannesson. So just keep an eye on Johannesson's time and the group, because if Onley doesn't get back, then Johannesson can start to leapfrog Felix Gall, and that's why Decathlon are riding so hard right now, because he only needs 3 minutes and 2 seconds, and then he would leapfrog Felix Gall. He needs an awful lot more time to leapfrog Oscar Onley, but that's it. Tim Wellens goes on the attack. The team of Decathlon getting involved in the action.
And we've talked about a lot of times, like the strength. When you gather your strengths with everybody else, you will not be sent home. And this is what they were saying in the article, that there was a moment where they decided that if they all stuck together, they weren't going to send the whole peloton home. So instead of attacking each other and going desperate and riding and sacrificing riders to chase the breakaways, they decided just to sit up and take it easy and hope that the Tour de France was not going to send a whole bunch home.
Tim Wellens.
I wonder if they get away with that.
Yeah, they got away with it, but not here. Tim Wellens over the top of the second climb of the day. Tim Wellens first to the top of the Côte de Valfan. He takes the 1 point on offer. Here's our front group of riders. Wellens, Jorgensen and Costu. As we see this second group of riders, including Jordan Jegat actually coming across. Jake Stewart is in this group, Frank Vandenbroek, Velasco. And some interesting riders now starting to make a move. Roman Gregoire is in here as well. Tim Wellens at the back of this group of riders. So we've had a bit of a swelling of the front group. Now we've got a group of, 13 riders who've joined up at the front. Wellens will be happy just to get a little bit of a rest here, having been pushing on for a long period of time. Jorgensen the same, and Ewan Costu. So 13 riders at the head of the race. One kilometre to go to the intermediate sprints. Crash, one rider
Schmidt
down.
Was a long way from the bike.
How far did Mauro Schmidt slide from his bike? Here we go, Nate.
Out of the way, because he quickly realised that he was on a line where there could have been other riders. It was quick thinking, I have to say.
He was, and getting up on his cleats that quick and running.
I don't want anybody to crash into me.
Here's the front group of riders heading to the intermediate sprint. And it's going to be at the front, Gregoire. Also at the front of the group is Velasco. Confirmation that Velasco did get across the line first for Astana in that intermediate sprint ahead of Encorn. There's the rundown of the rest of the riders. Sam Watson and Brent Van Moor trying to get across to that front group. It's currently 13. They want to make it 15 riders if they can get there. They're down from the team of Astana, and this looks painful.
Oh, rear. Oh, yeah.
Was right on the back of the group as well.
And the motorbike.
But the motorbike couldn't really do anything, could it? Clement Champoussin hitting the deck right on the back of the group, no problems, and the back wheel just went. Champoussin is coming back now, back into the race. Peloton is getting jackets off, regrouping, getting themselves sorted out and organised. Tish Benoit moves up on the left-hand side. We're going to take a look now at a portrait of a rider who is almost in Paris at the end of his last Tour de France, Geraint Thomas.
I think at the moment I'm still just living sort of day by day and worrying about the race already. I think hopefully all being well I'll make it to Paris, and I think that's when it might hit me a bit and you reflect on it and be like, well, it is actually my last one. It was a whole new world. It was my first World Tour race at the time. The plan was just to go as far as I could and try and enjoy it and try and do a mountain stage. I never thought I'd end up finishing it, but yeah, it was completely new to everything. The fight and the battle I had just to finish the race, I think that always stayed with me, and being able to go deeper and harder than you ever thought you could, because I'd finish some days and be like, there's no chance I can continue tomorrow. Yeah, now, 18 years later, being the oldest in the race is kind of, yeah, full circle, really.
And Geraint Thomas is the new leader of the Tour de France.
Oh, it's the top by far. Yeah, it's bigger than the Olympics and the Worlds and everything on the track. It's, for sure my life changed after that. Yeah, it was just, the ecstasy of just winning was just unreal. It was crazy because I didn't think about it either during the race. You know, I always thought just that day, never thought like, oh, maybe I could win this. I didn't want to get too excited or emotional. To actually do it and finish it off, and suddenly it hit me. I stood on the Champs-Élysées with the yellow jersey and the Welsh flag. It was, yeah, something I'll always remember. You know, when you get to my old age now, you kind of realise that it's special what we do, you know. You always know it's special, but at the same time, when you're young, you just go into it and you're just excited and you just do it, but you don't truly appreciate it, I think. But once you're a bit older, you realise it comes to an end at some point, and all the history and everything and that you've been a part of, and like I won't be here next year, you know. Well, I might be here, but I won't be in my kit anyway. So it's yeah, I think you just learn to appreciate and really sort of live in the moment and soak it up as much as possible.
Vive le Tour!
Well, I totally agree there with Geraint Thomas. It's not easy, although it's your own choice you're ready, you think you're ready, but it's never easy to look back on the tour. And you do tend to miss it at days. Not days like yesterday in the rain, I have to admit. Again, that selective memory, but you remember all the good moments.
"66 kilometres of racing to go. We get to the base of the next climb of the day, the Côte de Tézy. We've just gone through Salins-les-Bains, onto the climb. Thousands of people on this côte as we make our way uphill. This is our leading group of riders: Tim Wellens, Matteo Jorgensen, Pascal Encorn, Harry Sweeney, Romain Gregoire, Caden Groves, Matteo Trentin, Ewan Costu, Ivan Romeo, Simone Velasco, Jordan Jegat, Frank van den Broek and Jake Stewart. Tempo now, this rider looking to put himself further up in the general classification, as we've talked about. 10th is better than 11th. He still has a lot of time to take on Ben O'Connor to make that happen, but he's going to give it a good go.
Yeah, it's a long ask to go alone. Because on the top, well, you don't go down now until there's no recovery, so he's going to have to make the most of that flatter part, but it's also a headwind. Don't want to isolate yourself too much. You're losing a lot of energy. Actually, tailwind. He's not happy. Sweeney is a lot stronger. Yes, he is stronger. It's not that he doesn't want, it's just he can't follow you.
Sweeney is super strong. Sweeney said to him, you need to come through and work. Now he has no choice. He needs to press on. Look at the rain. Harry Sweeney has just hit it now. It's absolutely pouring down. He's taken a few risks, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
On to the next climb of the day, the Côte de Longueville. And Caden Groves is going to be the first rider to make contact with our solo leader, Harry Sweeney.
1 kilometre to the top of this climb.
Caden Groves, how often would you say he would be leading a race like this? And now an attack. Ivan Romeo goes clear. Massive move by him. 24.7 kilometres to go. He fancies going in a time trial. Counter-attack. Caden Groves just trying to get himself across there. He's managing his effort really well on this climb, Caden Groves. He's almost at the top, and once he goes over the top here, he's one of the favourites to win the stage. He just has to follow the right moves. Ivan Romeo, flat out. Roman Gregoire almost on the wheel now.
Yeah, I thought so. Romain Grégoire is from Besançon, which is from this region.
Yeah, not too far away.
Not too far
Tonight
away
we
from
drive
here.
through Besançon, don't we? That's a nice little bit of bicycle art. Well, Gregoire showing his home fans what he's made of. He goes over the top of the final climb of the day with a little group of riders. Gregoire trying to win the stage for Groupama FDJ. With Romeo, with Caden Groves, with Velasco, with Frank van den Broek and Jake Stewart. That's the front group. Groves now attacks. Caden Groves puts in a massive move for Alpsen de Koenig.
Grégoire is also fast. And the problem in that little group is, if I was in that group, I wouldn't want to arrive with, well, actually with none of them. They're all pretty fast.
They are.
They're quite fast, man, between Velasco, Grégoire and Caden Groves.
They also don't know how fast Romeo might be.
Yes, exactly. I was about to think about that.
Oh, it's a horrible crash.
Yeah, he hit all his ribs there. Oh,
Grégoire
Grégoire almost
held
saved it.
Caden Groves managed to hold it, so did Jake Stewart in the end.
And Velasco went straight into the car there.
Oh, what an awful crash. But this is the thing, the Tour de France, as we've said, at any point, things can change on the road to Paris. I hope Ivan Romeo is okay. So, this is Caden Groves as he goes under this 10 kilometers to go.
Yes, he's got another 2 kilometers of this kind of drag. It gets a little bit harder in that last kilometer.
Everyone looking around now, apart from this group of chasers. Velasco attacks, trying to hold on. Jake Stewart is just in front of him. This gap is not that big, you know. In front is Frank van den Broek. He looks around, trying to hold on for second place, but he's being hunted down and hunting down very quickly. So for Caden Groves, with 1 kilometer to go, to me, it's done. But
yes,
he just needs to get up this long drag, and he's going to have an absolutely dream day in Pontarlier.
Yeah, he's looking very, very good. He's giving everything there. But once he gets around that last roundabout, which is cut off, so you won't see the roundabout on that right turn, he will get to see the finish line very soon, and we'll be able to celebrate.
You have to admire this ride today, because this guy is a sprinter. He is normally the lead-out man for Jasper Philipsen. He is the rider who is in the train behind and delivers the stage victories when he's led out by his team. Today is a very different Caden Groves. Frank van den Broek is going to finish second on today's stage. A fantastic ride by the young rider, and behind him Pascal Encorn takes third. Behind is going to be a sprint. Is it going to be Jake Stewart, or is it going to be Roman Gregoire or Velasco? Velasco and Gregoire, 4th and 5th, with Stewart in 6th.
What an exciting finish today.
There's so many emotions to win here, the team. We come in with so many different plans with Jasper and Mathieu, and in the end, I get my own opportunities, and they haven't gone the right way. But today, I mean, yeah, I had super legs, and I just suffered to the light, and in reward, we get a tour stage.
There had been 2 top 10 finishes for Caden Groves on this year's tour, but this was his first stage victory in the race and completes his career collection. He's now got stage wins on all 3 Grand Tours. Frank van den Broek broke clear of the... Pogačar remains at the head of the King of the Mountain standings too. The great Slovenian's already claimed the polka dot jersey twice before in his career. He looks very likely to complete a hat-trick this year on the Champs-Élysées. Third in the GC and with 5 top 10 stage finishes this year, Florian Lipovic has had quite the tour. The German rider, who turns 25 in September, is also set to take home the white jersey of this year's best young rider. Covered more than 3,200 kilometres. There's just 132 left to race because tomorrow the Tour arrives in Paris.